Hey guys, it's James from Gibbs Guns, and I'm out here this week. Before showing you the rest of the content, I kind of want to talk about what went into this video and some of the costs that come in with being a creator. So I made ballistics gel for this video. Each one of these boxes, let me give you the recipe real quick. So to make ballistics gel, you need unflavored gelatin and water. So you can get a family pack at Walmart for about $4.99, which is 8 ounces of gelatin, which ironically is a good number. You need to mix 8 ounces of water to 8 ounces of gelatin to create your ballistics gel. Bring the water to a boil, slowly add the gelatin, and when I say slowly, I mean slowly. And go ahead and put that all into a mold, which this mold cost about $15 on Amazon. I wanted at least 16 inches in length. It is a 4x4 block instead of like a 6x6, which is standard ballistics gel. Otherwise, buying regular ballistics gel is $200 for a block, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money. So each one of these blocks costs $10. So I have about $20 in gelatin here, plus the extra amount of gelatin that I lost at the range the other day. That's why we're shooting this on Monday. When I went out to the range on Saturday, I literally had everything out there. I was carrying the cooler and it fell. The strap on the cooler broke and shattered all of my ballistics gel that I had made. So obviously today we're going to be watching the cooler more, and we're going to go out there and we're going to shoot this stuff. But please check out my Patreon, support my channel, and on top of that, I'm starting to add exclusive content to the channel for that reason. Also, you know, we're probably gonna have to put up some bloopers reel. Right there we go. Also, we're gonna have to be putting up a bloopers reel after this week. So anyways, I'm James from Gibbs Guns. We're gonna head out to the farm. We're gonna go ahead and start shooting this ballistics gel and get some information on some different rounds. So the first shots we're going to take here are out of my 22 Heritage Manufacturing revolver here. This is actually my wife's gun. And the first round we're going to shoot, save your brass kids, is a Winchester Super X 22 hollow point. I can't tell you how old this round is. This used to come in like boxes of 500. I know I've had this for probably a good 20 to 25 years, and these rounds, they're still firing. I'm not going to say that this one's not going to, but it was fairly reliable ammunition back then. We're just going to see what effect it has here on our ballistics gel. All right, so we hit right here. Got a wound channel that goes up to here. The round is right in here. I'm going to pull all these out after we're done. That's probably about 12 inches into the ballistics gel. So all in all, an okay round. Next, we've got the CCI Stinger. I'm going to put it out there. I'm pretty sure this one's going to go deeper. Stinger. So the Stinger round, all right, so big surprise here. Hopefully we caught it on the GoPro here. The Winchester Super X made it to here. The CCI Stinger round actually made it less further in by probably like 1/4 of an inch. Both of them, the wound channels are pretty much alike, but the CCI Stinger is just it's in there just a little bit less. So hey, guess give one to the Super X. I did not see that happening. These I anticipate to go a little bit further into the ballistics gel. All right, 22 mag. Okay, the critical defense round. Ooh, we just retained it.
critical defense round is right here. It did go about about an inch or two further than the other 22 rounds, and it did fully expand. I can see pieces of the jacket, so that was a good one. All right, and then we'll go ahead and fire that game point, which I think may go further than all of the other rounds. So let's go ahead and shoot that one just a little lower. Okay. The game point actually made it out. So the game point went in and then out, up through here. So, and that's all the 22 ammo that we were going to shoot through this magical, totally scientific test. Which I'm going to briefly talk about these two. So when using these, you know, self-defense ammos and all this, you know, you're looking for penetration and expansion. The 22 mag, for me, the ammo that I still carry is that critical defense. And the reason why is from a portability standpoint, carrying those in a super small revolver allows for maximum usage, really. That WMR game point went into this about probably 14 inches and still came out. That's going to do the same thing inside the body. Not necessarily this far, but since there's a field point on that, it's not meant to stop. So using something like that, it's not something I highly recommend. I highly recommend the critical defense round just because, pull that out because it's right there and I'm going to fiddle with it if I don't. There we go. So the critical defense round here gave us pretty good expansion, and I don't want this shot into me. So anyways, that was the 22s. We're going to go ahead and flip this block around and shoot some 9mm into it. Now up first we have our USA Ready defense ammo. This stuff I just recently found. It's like 26 bucks a box. It's made by Winchester, so it's a pretty quality ammo company. We're going to go ahead and shoot it right into the block here and see what we get. I'm really excited for this one. And we're going to be firing this out of our SIG P320 compact. All right, set the gun down here, put our ears on, and shoot. And go for the left edge here. Firing. All right, so first, that was a plus P round, and let's see. So we hit right here, or it stopped expanding here, right at that 16-inch mark. The round is very well mushroomed out, created a massive wound channel here throughout the ballistics gel, and stopped, yeah, right at that 16-inch mark. Wow, that projectile is just perfect. I mean, look at that. Look at that performance. So, all right, next we'll fire some critical defense light through there and see what kind of performance we get. All right, so next here we've got a Hornady critical defense light. Reason why is I couldn't find regular critical defense, but this stuff just has a little less recoil, but still offers the same benefits of critical defense. So let's go ahead and shoot one. Firing. All right. So this one was just, there we go. So this one was just like the last one. Was retained within the gel. It actually made it a lot less further. It's actually right here in the middle of the block, and it did expand. We'll pull it out here after we're done shooting, because that one's in there pretty deep. Did get the expansion, and probably about 10 inches of penetration. I'm not saying that this is normal calibrated or normal gel, so I'm not gonna say, oh well, it didn't meet the standard, because we don't have a standard here. We're real professional on this channel. But all in all though, looking at the difference of what it does in the body, this round will make a big hole and will make somebody bleed a lot. So next, that's kind of fun. Okay, so that's the end of our 9mm testing. Next we've got 38 Special 100-day critical defense out of our Rock Island Armament M206. Not really looking for a whole lot of stuff with this. The only thing I want to see is, out of this 2-inch barrel, what's the difference between it and the critical defense light and the USA defense, and to see basically which one goes the furthest out of the three. So we'll go ahead and fire around through this one. Just don't want to miss. Okay. Got it. All right, so first off, huge wound channel here. I mean, we're getting a lot of big wound channels, but where that one hit, especially large. And the round here did go further than the critical defense light. The projectile stuck in there as well, the VTX. And all in all, you know, those who say 38 Special is not that much of a, or that powerful of a round, this went about the same distance, about an inch less than the USA Ready Defense. So all in all, absolutely carrying a capable ammunition when carrying critical defense out of a 38 Special. Now we'll go ahead, we're going to fire 2 rounds out of our Glock 42 here. So here out of the Glock 42, the first round we're going to fire is from Fort Scott Munitions, and this is the 380 ACP Hit and Tumble. Okay, we did get a lock back on our last shot. This round went, okay, we're going to fire another one into there to kind of see what happened. Probably aim for about right here. Hit. Okay, so it's all the way in this second block, about halfway through. So this passed through 16 inches plus an additional like 8. So this, yeah, and there's really nothing, there's really no weight lost on these, but the wound channel coming through here, you can see all the way through here is massive. So it hits, and then as it starts to tumble, you can see all of this just boom, 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 boom. And the inertia taken out of it, when the inertia is taken out of this round, it just tears everything up. So that was that. Let's take a shot with 1 round of critical defense to see what it does, and then we'll kind of talk about the difference between the two here at the end. Well, as low as we can go anyways. So this one definitely did not make it as far as the other. Came along here and it stopped probably at about the 10-inch mark. So so first off, we've got some Federal Punch ammunition here. It's got the nice little spike there on the end to help mushrooming out, and we're going to go ahead and fire one into our gel block. So on this one, we went through here, huge wound channel, all the way through. Round stopped at about the 14-inch mark, maximum expansion. It also looks like it almost hit the other round that we had shot in there, the 380. So absolutely massive wound channel though. All right, next we got a round of critical defense for 40 cal. Okay. Gonna go for the right side of the board this time, or left side, sorry. All right, so here with the critical defense, we actually went out. So round went in here, busted the gel, went all the way through and out the side to the left. Shoot. so we didn't get to save that one. We got some Spear Gold Dot. Gonna aim middle-ish. Gonna aim middle-ish. Okay. That one definitely. This end of the block is just getting blown up. Okay, so this one, let's see here. It went through here. It didn't go through the middle and into the next block here. That's not it. I think that's it right there. We'll pull that one out. Yep. So there's a reason that this ammunition's been trusted by law enforcement for decades. Great stuff. So Spear Gold Dot, perfect expansion, great round. Made it through one block into the next, so probably about 18-ish inches of penetration, creating a big hole and a massive wound channel. So this last round is just like our 380 ammunition. This is Fort Scott munitions. This is a hit and tumble ammunition as well, but it's 40 cal. So what I want to see with this one is really two things, but most importantly, I want to find out if it'll actually stop within 2 gel blocks of, like, this is like 32 inches of gel. The other thing that I want to know with this is, will it actually go further into the block, or will this actually stop sooner? And will it go further than the 380 round? So anyways, get down in those comments and say what you think is going to happen beforehand. The original block, or the original one, made it like pretty far. So what, like right around like 24 inches. One thing I do know, that round felt a lot harder. That's what she said. All right, so this round hit right here. As soon as it hit, ooh, it actually splintered. Yeah. So this round made it about 3 or 4 inches into the target. I think we're going to change back on the blocks. We're going to move this one to the back because it looks like it's about ripped in half just after a few 40 rounds. And then this one will sit in the front so we can see if we can catch that round.
Man, powerful stuff. Of course the camera's dead, so we're not going to get this one in slow-mo.
All right, here we go. Firing one more. Like I said, again, this stuff is incredibly powerful and incredibly loud, even with hearing protection on. So we hit right here. Turn this to the side. I'm pretty sure it went into the second block because these were stuck together. But hit right here, went through, started creating this big wound channel. Got into the second one here and did the same thing as the last one. It actually fragmented. Like, there's chunks of lead, but there's not the whole thing. So, all right. So, what did we learn today? Well, number one, this hit and tumble ammunition is absolutely viable in the 380 configuration, especially in the pocket pistol configuration. The 40 cal, not so much. Definitely something that gives us some different reactions. Obviously, hollow points and these VTX projectiles and expanding points are still, you know, the best way to make a large hole in whatever target you're aiming at. So, you know, it's up to you to pick out which defense ammunition you want to buy and what you're going to carry. One thing I don't have on this table that I will absolutely never carry in my gun if I can avoid it is hand loads. there's too many things to try and defend when carrying a hand load. Whether you make the round to, or whether you use the round to specification or you don't, and you know, being called up to a defense stand in a shooting case and you saying, well, I made the ammunition myself, that's a little hard to defend. So in that case, you know, like I said, buying ammunition from a well-known manufacturer, or just in general, is probably your best bet, especially with your defense ammunition. Now your range ammunition, shoot all you want to, but in the case of defense ammunition, I would not necessarily be carrying something that I hand loaded myself just for that reason. Now, one other thing I do recommend here is to write down the date of purchase that you purchased your defense ammunition, or even your range ammunition, just for simple organization. Just because if you don't sit here and write the stuff down, you never know when you purchased it. And you know, you might have ammunition that's 20 years old, like with my 22, and having 22-year-old ammunition might not be the best thing. Not knowing, you know, not knowing if it's still viable, and then you put it in your gun every single day, and not knowing if it's going to fire or not. So yeah, make sure that, you know, you kind of look, oh well, that ammo's 4 or 5 years old, maybe I should shoot it and finally buy another box and, you know, spend 30 bucks. But anyways, other than that, that's about it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure your friends know about this channel, and just tell them about every good thing we do on here. Also, please visit my Patreon this week. There is some stuff on there that's a little bit extra, and I can't wait for y'all to check it out. And become a supporter. That stuff goes back into this channel. Like I said at the beginning of this video cost me, well, it cost me about 70 or 80 bucks to make all the gel, and for all the shaving cream and all the fun stuff that we got to shoot, that was probably another $30 or $40. So this video cost right around $100 to shoot. No pun intended. So anyways, please, and like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Get the name out there. Make sure everybody knows about Gibbs Guns. Also, I will be starting an Instagram once it all gets figured out, and I'll start sharing this stuff onto my Twitter. Actually, I'll link my Twitter down below. It's at JJGib123, and I'll be seeing y'all later. Thanks for watching. This is James from Gibbs Guns.